You might be wondering why there's a video out today. Well, we hit our subscriber goal on Twitch, and that subscriber goal said if I hit that subscriber count, I'm gonna have to do weekly guide videos. So for the next 2 or 3 weeks, we will be having weekly quickies, which will hopefully be out on Wednesday. And today we will be talking about the 8 Adept opening in PvP, which is very far away from what I usually do. It is very far away from the standard opening that I also did a video on, and it will be a quickie, so we'll only be talking about the build order. But the point of the 8 Adept opening is that you grab 8 Adepts and then you kill your opponent with those 8 Adepts while you're actually pretty safe behind it. Now let's talk about the build order. So of course, in terms of the actual opening, we will just do a 2-gate, just like you always do in PvP, but obviously we will be going 2 Adepts. As you could maybe see in the replay, we did a gateway scout. This is all part of the opening itself, like the opening. So we will not be talking about that too extensively right now, though. The meta is gate scout after gateway. Right. With that scout, you check for what comes out of those gateways, and what we will be seeing here is a Stalker Sentry, which is very important because the gist of the build order is that you grab 8 Adepts and you let those 8 Adepts stay at home. You let those 8 Adepts stay at home to either deal with the pylon block or just to let them stay at home, because if your opponent opens up 2 Stalker, the 2 Adepts will have a hard time actually getting in. They will not get in. And if you play versus a good player, it will be kind of exhausting to play. But the strength of the 8 Adepts is its strength in unity, right? As you can see, we take an expansion at basically whenever we can. In this case, it is 245 is the expansion. Basically, whenever we can, we grab it, which is why the second wave of Adepts have started. We couldn't boost our warp gate once, and then afterwards, we'll start 2 more Adepts, which will mean that the moment those 2 Adepts finish up, we'll be able to warp in 2 more. We'll be grabbing a pylon now. As you can see, we're almost supply blocked. Now in this replay, very important, in this replay, I did that incorrectly. Instead, I grab a robo first. As you can see in a little bit, there we go, which means we will be supply blocked. So it's pylon into robo. Now, very important, it can be a robo, it can be a twilight, it can be a forge, it can be each of these 3. Now, the robo is kind of the safest. It's of course horrible with the Stargate. It's a little bit of a gamble. But basically, you want to grab the tech building at 330. Robo is very safe against Blink, obviously. So at 330, you grab the tech building, and then you also grab the shield battery at 330. Except if you see a Stalker Sentry, because in that case, it is very, very unlikely that there's going to be a Stargate behind it. And if it is, it's going to be delayed. So that means 330, we grab tech building. Robo is what I would recommend, and then the shield battery. And then we warp in 2 more Adepts. We warp in the 2 more Adepts if we wouldn't be supply blocked. And then you just shade over. It's really as simple. As you can see, you don't really do a lot. You just shade over, right? And then you shade over, you warp in 2 Adepts at home, 2 sentries at home, and you build from your tech building, and then you just shade in. And if they have their sentries downstairs, you kill the sentries and then walk up and then kill the ship battery or pylon. It's very important. If there's a ship battery there, you can just focus the down with the 8 Adepts, because it dies in like 2 hits if it hasn't really started yet. And if it's a pylon, same thing. You just don't want to get force fielded out and in. Now what I do in this game is I saw the energy on these sentries, and I just shade in a little bit later, and I risk it. And it worked out perfectly, and then you just get in and kill them. If you don't, it's very important, you don't want to throw away those Adepts for no reason. Like, you want to go in and do economic damage. As you can see, we are ahead right now. And this is where the robo kicks in, because immortals are really good when you're ahead and you just kill them afterwards, right? However, you don't want to throw them away. If you want to throw them away, the problem is that each warp-in of Adepts you made is a warp-in of actual good units for them, which is why Adepts are scary. This is what you have to keep in mind for the build order. Each warp-in of Adepts is a warp-in that is not a good unit. And with that in mind, that is the opening I wanted to talk about. Again, it's a quickie. That's going to be it. It's a normal 2-gate with a normal expansion, 8 adepts, 6 adepts being built, 1 chrono boost on the cyber core, then 2 more warped in. You grab at 330, you grab a little bit before 330, you grab the next pylon, you grab the robot 330 together with the shield battery, unless it's a stalker sentry, and that is it. From there on out, you can play it however you want to. You can play it with an Immortal, you can play it with the Stargate, you can play it with the Twilight. Whatever floats your boat, whatever works for you, it's up to you. Guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. Again, next week we're going to do another quickie, and the week following afterwards as well, probably. I hope it's going to help. And yeah, if you enjoyed the content, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Of course, comment what you think of the build, what you would like to hear as well, maybe some ideas for the quickies. And I see you guys either on the next video or on stream. Again, everything linked down below. Thank you so much for watching.